सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः. Vichara Sagara, 4th chapter, page 116. Last 3 lines. यदेव अन्तःकरणस्य वृत्तिरूपं ज्ञानम् तदेव प्रमातारमाश्रयति. अन्तःकरणवृत्तिरूपं ज्ञानमेव प्रमेत्युच्यते. अन्तःकरणवृत्तिरूपत्व अभावादेव न स्मृतिः प्रमातारमाश्रयति. प्रमापि न सा भवति. Nischalodasa introducing the topic of Prama and Pramanam. What is the definition of Prama? Means knowledge. What is the definition of Pramanam? Instrument of knowledge. Pramanam is that through which we get a knowledge about any object is called pramanam. The knowledge you get by using a pramanam, that knowledge is called prama. This prama lakshanam we have to see that in the last class I introduced. Prama lakshanam kim? What is the definition of knowledge? Knowledge is of 4 types. Normally we think knowledge means knowledge. But jnanam is of 4 types of jnanam. Here in Tarka Shastra it is analyzed. There is a possibility of 4 types of knowledge. One knowledge is called prama, right knowledge. Right knowledge is called prama. Then there is a second type of knowledge called wrong knowledge, bhrama jnanam. Bhrama means error, erroneous knowledge. Wrong knowledge, bhranti jnanam. So that is also called as jnanam. Therefore the second possibility of knowledge is bhranti jnanam, wrong knowledge. Then the third type of knowledge is smriti jnanam, remembered knowledge. Remembered knowledge is called smriti jnanam. This is also called jnanam only, knowledge only. Through smriti you get the knowledge. That is called smriti jnanam. You remember certain objects, that you get the knowledge of that object. Then the fourth knowledge is samshaya jnanam, doubtful knowledge. Doubtful knowledge is also a knowledge, but vague knowledge, doubtful knowledge. These 4 types of knowledge possible in human beings' life. Right knowledge, 1. Wrong knowledge, 2. remembered knowledge number 3, and doubtful knowledge number 4. Now, in Tarka Shastra, these are all elaborately analyzed. Nischala Dasa borrows the terms used in Tarka Shastra, a very in-depth, involved subject. We have to focus our mind. It is not something, a subject out of like physics, chemistry, botany, etc. They are all subjects outside, other than me. But wrong knowledge, right knowledge, remembered knowledge, doubtful knowledge, all can happen in me, the subject, one individual. Therefore, this subject is more important, most important than any other subject. Later, he said, after introducing the 4 types of knowledge, therefore, Prama, Jnanam, we loosely use. Prama means Jnanam. But strictly speaking, Prama means right knowledge. Because there is a possibility of other 3 Jnanams, Prama is taken as Samyak Jnanam eva Prama. Here he is giving the definition of Prama. He has given that definition in the beginning of this paragraph. And later he discussed where this Pramajnanam reside, based on what Ashraya. Brahmajnanam based on what Ashraya. Samshaya Jnanam based on what Ashraya. Smriti Jnanam based on what Ashraya. That also discussed. Later, this Smriti Jnanam, can we include in Prama Jnanam or not? That is the question we are seeing. The objection, whether Smriti Jnanam can be included in Prama Jnanam or not. There are 2 groups of people in Advaitins themselves. There are 2 groups. We are seeing the first group of people who emphasize, who gives importance to that Smriti should not be taken as Pramajnanam, include in Pramajnanam. Smriti is different knowledge. Prama is different knowledge. The first group of people, they want to take Smriti Jnanam separately. Then where they are Ashrayam also we saw, this Prama Jnanam is in Antahkarana Vritti. It is Antahkarana Vritti, Sukshma Sharira Antahkarana Vritti. Then Brahma Jnanam is Sakshi Ashrayam, he said. Brahma Jnanam or wrong knowledge is in Sakshi Ashrayam, based on Sakshi. Then remembered knowledge is also based on Sakshi Ashrayam only, and it is also Avidya Vritti. Bhranti Jnanam is also Avidya Vritti or Karana Sharira Vritti. Brahma Jnanam is in Karana Sharira Vritti, and Smriti Jnanam is also Karana Sharira Vritti or Avidya Vritti, and doubtful knowledge is also Karana Sharira Vritti. One student asked me very, very important question. I am very happy such a subtle question arised by that student. For that, the answer is, the question is this: where this I slept well, I don't know anything, this knowledge is taking place where? In sleep. In deep sleep, we say, after waking up, I slept well, I don't know anything. Aham sukham asvapsam. I slept well. Na kinchid avedisham. I do not know anything. I did not know anything in my sleep yesterday. This aham sukham asvapsam is ananda vritti. Happens in karana sharira vritti only. Ananda vritti as it is. And aham kinchid na avedisham is ajnana vritti, happening in karana shariram only. One is ananda vritti, aham sukham asvapsam, ananda vritti. And na kinchid avedisham is ajnana vritti, I do not know anything or I did not know anything. That is ajnana vritti. Both are happening in karana shariram only. Karana sharira vritti we call it, avidya vritti. So that is the answer for that student question. It's very, very subtle question. I am very, very happy. Students are very keenly following the subject. Now we are seeing that Antakarana vritti rupam. This Pramajnanam, he says, Yadeva Antakaranasya vritti rupam jnanam. The definition of Prama he gave in the beginning. Prama rupa jnanam karanam pramanam, that is heading over Smriti bhinnatve sati. This is Prama definition. Smriti bhinnatve sati abhadhitartha vishayakam jnanam prama. Knowledge, right knowledge is that which is different from smriti jnanam. Then abhadhitartha vishayakam, that which is not negatable. That which is not negatable is called, that knowledge is called right knowledge. This is the definition he has given. Then he says, this pramajnanam antahkarana vritti rupam jnanam. It is in the form of antahkarana vritti, a thought rise in the sukshma shariram antahkaranam. Tadeva pramataram ashrayate. The knower, this jnanam, knowledge is taking based on pramata, the knower. Knowledge of known object is residing where in pramata. Pramataram ashrayati. Then antahkarana vritti rupam jnanameva prama iti uchyate. That vritti which rise in the antahkaranam, one's own mind, that knowledge alone is called prama. That is right knowledge. Antahkarana vritti rupatva abhavadeva na smritihi pramataram ashrayati. Whereas smriti, the first group of people, don't accept that this smriti jnanam as included in pramajnanam. Smriti jnanam bhinnatvam, he said. Antahkarana vritti rupat abhavat eva. It is not antahkarana vritti. Smriti jnanam, when you remember, it is not taking place in the antahkaranam at that time. Remembered knowledge in the form of thought, it is not rising in your mind. It is remembered knowledge. Na smritihi pramataram ashrayate. It is not in that knower also. It is not in the knower. Pramataram na ashrayati means antahkaranam na ashrayati. Sa prama api na bhavati. Therefore, it cannot be called as prama. Therefore, it cannot be called as right knowledge. What is not right knowledge? Smriti. Remembered knowledge cannot be called as right knowledge. It is smriti jnanam, that's all. It cannot be included in pramajnanam. Up to here we saw in the last class. Now I continue. Ataiva smriti bhinnatvam pramalakshane deyam स्मृतेः अबाधितार्थविषयकज्ञानत्वेऽपि स्मृतिभिन्नत्वं तस्मादबाधितार्थविषयकं स्मृतिभिन्नमेव ज्ञानं प्रमेत्युच्यते नास्मिन् लक्षणे दोषगन्धोऽप्यस्ति. Now some important points we have to know from the standpoint of Tarka Shastra. We are seeing the definition of an object, that is Lakshanam of that Prama, Jnanam. Lakshanam of Prama, when we are talking, according to Tarka Shastra, a definition must fulfill few conditions. Any definition of any object, a defined object. Definition you are giving about what? About something that is defined, that is called Lakshyam. Lakshyam, that is defined entity which you want to define about, and its definition is called Lakshanam. So Lakshanam is to reveal the Lakshyam. Definition, Lakshanam, job is what? To reveal the Lakshyam, the defined object. What are all those conditions? Very important conditions. That Lakshanam must be purposeful in defining the Lakshyam. That Lakshanam must be purposeful, number one. Lakshanam of Lakshyam must be purposeful. Number two, the Lakshanam must be very, very clear. When it is talking about the Lakshyam defined object, it must be very, very clear. Number two. Number three, any Lakshanam, when anyone is giving about the Lakshyam, the defined object, minimum words only has to be used. Minimum words. There should not be many words, only minimum words to be used. This is the third condition. Then fourth condition is the Lakshanam, when you are talking about the definition, there should not be less objects or many objects. There should not be less or more objects or adjectives. Neither less nor more adjectives. This is the fourth condition. Fifth condition is apply to the object. The Lakshanam must apply only to that defined object. The Lakshanam has to define only that object, defined object. Apply to that only. It should not go to another object. These are all conditions when you talk about Lakshanam of any entity. Looking into these Lakshanams, that Nishchaladasa is continuing further. Second group is also there who want to include the Smriti Jnanam in the Prama. That is coming in topic 211. Before that, we conclude this topic. Smriti Bhinnatvam, first group of people. Smriti Bhinnatvam Prama Lakshane Deyam. What the first group of people say? When we are giving the definition of Prama, we have to say that Prama is that which is different from Smriti. Smriti Bhinnatvam. That adjective has to be used. This is called Dala Prayoga. Dala Prayoga, Dala Prayojanam means two parts must be there. That two parts must be used properly, appropriately. That is called Dala Prayoga. Abhadhitartham, one dalam. and Smriti Bhinnatvam. These two are. Right knowledge is that which cannot be negated, is one dalam, one part of that lakshanam. Second part of another dalam, part of that is Smriti Bhinnatvam. Prama is, Smriti is not Prama, it is not right knowledge. Smriti Bhinnatvam, different from Prama. That is Prama Lakshane Deyam, to be given. This definition, these two dalams have to be utilized. Smritehe abadhitartha vishayaka jnanatve api. Smriti is not negatable. Our memory is not a negatable knowledge. Abadhita means negatable. Badhita means negatable. Abadhita means unnegatable. What is unnegatable? Smritehe. Of that smriti, the remembered knowledge is not a negatable knowledge. Even then, abadhitartha jnanatve api. Even then, na smriti bhinnatvam. You cannot say it is included in Prama. Smriti Bhinnatvam, you cannot say it is Smriti only. Bhinnatvam na. Therefore, Smriti Bhinnatvam Pramalakshane Deyam. Even though it is one dalam is applicable to Smriti Jnanam. What is that? Avadhitam. It is unnegatable. Prama is also unnegatable. Smriti is also unnegatable. That is okay. But this dalam, another one is what? Prama bhinnatvam. Smriti bhinnatvam prama lakshanam. It is different from smriti. That we have to use, he says. Tasmat abadhitartha vishayakam smriti bhinnameva jnanam prama iti uchyate. This is the definition of prama, right knowledge. Tasmat abadhitartha vishayakam smriti bhinnam. Prama is that, right knowledge is that which is unnegatable as well as different from smriti. That alone is called right knowledge. Na asmin lakshane dosha gandho api nasti. In this lakshanam there is no dosha at all. An iota of gandha means what here? Not any fragrance. Gandha means an iota of dosha, error is not there in this lakshanam of Prama. This is the first group. Now this is not the opinion of Nischala-dasa. Nischala-dasa's opinion comes later. Now he is introducing that group of people, Advaitins, who are not accepting Smriti Jnanam in Prama Jnanam. It cannot be right knowledge because its locus is different. Its base is different. Therefore, it is not Pramataram Ashrayati. It is not vritti happening in the Antakaranam also. Therefore what this group is finally say that Smriti and Prama both are different. Prama Jnanam, right knowledge. Smriti Jnanam, remembered knowledge. Both are different only. Up to here, one group of view is over about Prama Lakshana. Now, second group of people, they say Smriti has to be included in Prama. Smriti Jnanam has to be included in Prama only. Therefore, Prama Lakshanam, when we are talking, you should not say Smriti Bhinnatvam Pramajnanam, you should not say. You need not use that Bhinnatvam. Smriti Bhinnatvam is not required. That is what he wants to say here. I will read this 211 topic. Page number 117. स्मृतिरपि प्रमेतिवादिनां पक्षः अन्ये तु स्मृतिरूपज्ञानमपि प्रमेत्यभ्युपगच्छन्ति तन्मतरीत्या प्रमालक्षणेन स्मृतिभिन्नत्वं देयम् तन्मतेन अबाधितार्थविषयकज्ञानमेव प्रमेति वर्ण्यते. Up to here I will explain first. According to the second group of Advaitins, they are all Advaitins only. Second group, what these people, these Advaitins say, Smritirapi, remembered knowledge also, Smritirapi, Prameya iti vadinam pakshaha. Pakshaha means they take to that stand. Vadinam pakshaha means they argue that Prama iti, Smriti Jnanam is also right knowledge only, Prama alone. Vadinam pakshaha, they want to argue that. For that, what will they have to do? Anyetu Smriti Rupa Jnanam, that is heading. And okay, now Anyetu means second group of Advaitins. Anyetu Smriti Rupa Jnanam api, even Smriti Jnanam, remembered knowledge also, Prama iti abhyupagachanti, they consider. Abhyupagachanti means they consider what? Prama, Smriti Jnanam also, Prama Jnanam only, right knowledge only. They take that. Tanmataritya, according to that second group, what they say, Lakshanam, Prama Lakshane, while giving the definition of Prama, na Smriti Bhinnatvam deyam. Therefore, you should not use that Dala Prayogam, which is Dala Smriti Bhinnatvam. Prama is that which is different from Smriti, that don't use. You take out that Visheshanam. So, Abadhitartham Jnanam is one Visheshanam for Prama definition. Then second definition, first group gave Smriti Bhinnatvam, second Visheshanam, adjective. So this second group of people say that Smriti Bhinnatvam Visheshanam don't mix up, because Smriti also comes under Pramajnanam only. Tanmatena means according to second group, Abadhitartha Vishayakam Jnanameva Prama iti Varnyate. One dalam only he uses. What is that dalam? Dalam you cannot say, only one Visheshanam he uses. Prama means unnegatable knowledge is called Prama, right knowledge. Right knowledge is that which is unnegatable. Abadhitartha Vishayakam Jnanam. A knowledge about an object that which cannot be negated. That is called Prama, by excluding the Smriti Jnanam. Now Prama Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam definitions are over. Now Bhranti Jnanam he is discussing, and Samshaya Jnanam also he is discussing here, the second group person. You can take that Bhranti Jnanam, Samshaya Jnanam differently, but don't take this Smriti Jnanam differently from Prama. There he introduces Bhranti Jnanam is what, and Samshaya Jnanam is what, where they are resting. I will read that portion. Bhranti Jnanam tu na abadhitartha vishayakam apitu badhitartha vishayakameva tasmat pramalakshanasya na bhranti jnana ativyaptihi smriti jnanamapi prametyangi kartrumate smriti jnanam antakaranasya vrittirupam natu avidyayaha vrittirupam नापि साक्षाश्रयम् अन्तःकरणवृत्तेः प्रमात्राश्रयत्वेन साक्ष्यमाश्रयत्व अभावात्. Now he is giving the completely different definition for ashraya also. Smriti, bhinnatvam word we will remove. And he talks about Bhranti Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam, Bhranti Jnanam Ashraya and Samshaya Jnana Ashraya. How it is different from Smriti Jnanam. Before going to that, he used a word Ativyapti here. In the middle, Bhranti Jnane Ativyapti. That Ativyapti word, very, very technical in Tarka Shastra. How first to understand what is Ativyapti. Ativyapti, Avyapti, Asambhava. There are three types of doshas in Lakshana. While giving a Lakshana of any Lakshyam, while giving the definition of a defined object, there are three doshas possible. That dosha he is mentioning here, Ativyapti dosha, Avyapti dosha, Asambhava dosha. What do you mean by this dosha? If you understand that only here, Prama definition time, what type of dosha is there, he is telling. First, I would like to give an example for Ativyapti. Another example we will take. Later we have to find out, is there any dosha in Prama Jnanam? Later we will see. Now, this is also highly technical and highly academic portion only. Those who are want to enjoy the logic, Tarka Shastra, they can revel here. Normally we don't discuss that much Tarka Shastram, but Nischala Dasa deliberately bringing that Ativyapti, Avyapti, that type of terms here. Therefore, I would like to give some taste of the Tarka Shastra. How interesting it is. I like this subject. Therefore, this Ativyapti we have to understand. Attention is required. Very much, very subtle topic. Therefore, your attention is very much required. We will see the two examples for each dosha. Ativyaptik one example, Avyaptik one example. First, I will give you the Ativyapti means what? Ativyapti means overextension. English translation of Ativyapti is overextension. The definition when it goes extra, when goes over extension, goes to other place, it is called overextension, called Ativyapti. Ativyapti they call it as. That means if the definition is applicable to more than a defined object. When we are giving definition, if it is applicable not only to that defined object, but this definition is going to another object also, it is called overextension. In Sanskrit, Tarka language, it is called Ati Vyaptihi. Ati means over, Vyapti means extension. The definition, when we are talking about an object, it is not only giving that object definition, but this Lakshanam definition going to other object also, which is not required. That is called Ati Vyapti. What is the example? The example will take one. In Chandogya Upanishad we saw 6th chapter. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam mrityika ityeva satyam. That satyam definition. Satyam definition, through that statement, Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam mrityika ityeva satyam, in that definition, we arrived at Karanam is Satyam. Mritika ityeva satyam means what? Clay alone, karanam, clay alone is real. Karyam, pot is unreal. That is our knowledge we have received while doing Chandogya Upanishad. So this Karanam Satyam, this is the definition of Satyam. Now let us see what is the definition of Satyam. What is the definition of Satyam? Real. I want to give definition. Let us give the definition. Yat karanam tatu satyam. So karanam is satyam. This is the general understanding of satyam which we have received in Chandogya Upanishad. Suppose we say this here means not in this topic, in the example. Suppose I say Karanam Satyam, whatever is cause is real. Suppose I say. Now this sentence further, Karanam Satyam, Jagat Karanam Brahma Satyam. Jagat Karanam, the cause of this universe, Brahman is Satyam. Because Karanam is Satyam, Jagat Karanam is Brahman, the cause of this universe is Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is Satyam. Fine, correct only. Definition is correct. Jagat Karanam, the cause of this universe is Brahman. Therefore, that Karanam Brahma is Satyam. Perfectly right, we think. Okay? But Tarka people, how they look at it, how subtle they think, you see. We don't find any mistake in this. Normal people, we don't find any mistake. But Tarkika never stop with that. No, there is a dosha in that. What? Jagat Karanam Brahma Satyam, if you say, Karanatvam alone is Satyam, if you say, it is Ativyapti dosha. What is Ativyapti dosha? Where this definition goes, overextension, where it is an Maya is also Karanam. If Karanam alone is Satyam, then Maya, Parinami Upadana Karanam of this Jagat also come under this Satyam. Have you got the point? I'll repeat once again. Once you say Karanam is Satyam, cause alone is real. Jagat Karanam Brahma is Satyam, therefore Brahman is real, you said, because Karanatvat. But look into that Lakshanam, is it not extending, this definition is not extending to Maya? It is extending to Maya also. What? Karanam Satyam, if you say, Maya is also Satyam, you have to accept. Maya is also Satyam, you have to accept. Why? Maya is also Karanam of Jagat. What type of cause? Parinami Upadana Karanam. So Maya has got Karana status. Therefore, if you say Karanam Satyam, Maya is also included along with Brahman. Brahman is also Karanam, Satyam. Maya is also Karanam, Satyam. This is called Ativyaptihi dosha. According to Advaitin, Maya cannot be Satyam. Maya is Mithya. Therefore, Karanam Satyam definition is having Ativyapti dosha. It goes to that Maya also. Therefore, Maya is, it is an extension, overextension. Not only telling about Brahman, but it's overextension towards Maya, which is not acceptable to Advaitin. Therefore, there is a dosha in this Lakshanam. Alakshe Lakshana Gamanam. This is called Ativyapti. Alakshe. Maya is not our Lakshyam. Brahman is our Lakshyam. I want to define the Satyam Brahma. Alakshyam is what it's I am not interested in defining Maya. Alakshe Lakshana Gamanam. Called Ativyapti. Lakshanam is what here? Karanam Satyam is the Lakshanam. The definition of Satyam is Karanam. Whatever is cause is Satyam, you say. Maya is not the defined object here, but this lakshanam went to that. Therefore, ativyapti doshaha alakshane lakshana alakshye lakshana gamanam is called ativyaptihi. Mayayam ativyaptihi. Karanam satyam iti lakshane ativyapti doshaha alakshe lakshana gamanam. Therefore, little Sanskrit word, you have to put up with that. So, therefore, what? This Visheshanam, you add, it must exclude Maya. What Visheshanam you have to add? To exclude Maya, you have to add another Visheshanam. Karanam Satyam. What adjectives you have to use to correct that ativyapti? One more, dalam, dalaprayogaha, that is called dalaprayogaha. Maya bhinnatve sati jagat karanam brahma satyam. Maya bhinnatve sati jagat karanam brahma jagat karanam, which is other than Maya. Maya bhinnatve sati means Jagat Karanam Brahma Satyam Maya Bhinnatve Sati. Brahman is not, that Maya is not included. Karanam, Maya is also Karanam, but it is not Satyam. That's why Maya Bhinnatvam you have to use. This is the first. Then it will go to only Brahman, because Brahman is Maya Bhinnam, different from Maya. Therefore, this Satyam, Karanam Satyam will not go to Maya, because we have refuted, excluded Maya. Maya Bhinnatve we have used. Then second adjective we can use, Maya Savikaram, Brahman is Nirvikaram. Therefore, what we can use? Nirvikaratve sati jagat karanatvam satyatvam. Nirvikaratve sati, because Brahman is Nirvikaram. Maya is not Nirvikaram. Maya is Savikaram. Therefore, we have to use this adjective to exclude Maya in the Satyam definition. Brahma bhinnatve sati, Maya bhinnatve sati, we can say that Maya bhinnatve sati Brahma jagat karanam satyam. Or you can use another adjective, nirvikaratve sati jagat karanatvam. It will not go to Maya, because Maya is Savikara. Or third one, you can take chetanatve sati jagat karanatvam. Satyam Brahma. Chetanatve sati. Maya is achetanam. It is insentient. Therefore, we have to use, to exclude Maya, either you have to use chetanatve sati, we have to use, or Maya bhinnatve sati, we have to use when giving the Satyam Lakshana. Or nirvikaratve sati, we have to use. Any of these three you can use, but minimum words you have to use. So, what is the purpose of this Dala Prayogana? Mayayam Ativyapti Dosha Nivaranaya Dala Prayogaha. Karanam Satyam, one Dalam is not sufficient. Maya Bhinnatve Sati Karanam Satyam. Nirvikaratve Sati Karanam Brahma Jagat Karanam Brahma Satyam. All these are very important. Therefore, then Ativyapti dosha will go away. Then what is Avyapti? Avyapti means less extensive. Less extensive means the definition of a defined object is not completely given. Incomplete definition is called Avyaptihi. Avyapti doshaha. I want to define, suppose. This is another example I will give. Avyapti doshaha. The students who follow the text very closely, and these are all we saw previous also in different topics in the Vichara Sagara itself we saw. Those students can easily follow. Now, avyapti dosha, I want to define mithya. So, in ativyapti dosha, there we have solved when I want to give the definition of satyam. Now, let me give the definition of mithya. Mithya lakshanam is what? Mithya lakshanam. Again, go to Chandogya, 6th chapter. Mithya lakshanam. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam mrittika ityeva satyam. Means, there vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam means what? All karyams are mithya. Mrittika alone is satyam. Then he say clay alone is real. Mrittika means clay. Clay alone is satyam. Nama rupam all are what? Lip movements, he said. Who said? Uddalaka said to Swetaketu. Therefore, all karyams are mithya. All karyams, all effects are mithya, unreal. So, karyam mithya. In this, avyapti is, ativyapti is not there, but avyapti is there. Ativyapti is not there means what? It is not overextensive. It is talking about only karyam, which is mithya. Fine, ativyapti dosha is not there, but avyapti dosha is there because it is not complete definition. Therefore, you have to use another adjective. What is dosha? First, let us see what we have to use. See later. Karya mithya, karyam mithya. If you say this definition will not go to satyam brahma. Fine, because Brahman is not karyam. Brahman is karanam. Whatever is mithya is karyam. Therefore, this will not go to Brahman, no ativyapti dosha. Why? But because satyam brahma is not karyam. But this definition cannot wrongly extended to the karanam brahma. It cannot be extended to karanam brahma. Ativyapti problem is not there. But avyapti problem is what here? Maya is mithya. If you say karyam alone is mithya, Maya is not karyam. Maya is karanam. Parinami upadana karanam. Karyam mithya, when you say whatever is a product is called mithya, you say unreal. That means what about Maya? You are indirectly accepting Maya as satyam. If you say karyam alone is mithya, product alone is mithya, or effect alone is mithya, Maya is not included in mithya. That means indirectly you are accepting Maya as satyam. This is called avyapti, less extensive, less extension. Therefore, Maya is also mithya, but the definition does not include the Maya. Does not include the Maya. Therefore, what? Incomplete definition. Therefore, what you have to do? You have to include Maya also in mithya. Then only mithya definition is complete. Mithya definition is complete. What are those definition? Madhusudana Saraswati, Swamiji says, Madhusudana Saraswati wrote Advaita Siddhi Grantha, like Naishkarma Siddhi, how we are seeing by Sureshwaracharya. There is another Siddhi Grantha called Advaita Siddhi. While giving Naishkarma Siddhi introduction, I introduced that Advaita Siddhi written by Madhusudana Saraswati. That Madhusudana Saraswati Acharya used Prathama Lakshanam, Dvitiya Lakshanam, Tritiya Lakshanam. 3 Lakshanams he uses. Now to establish Maya also mithya, to avoid this avyapti, Mayayam avyapti. That avyapti dosha, by giving 2-3 adjectives, you can do that. How? Karya prapanchaha and karanam Maya to be included. Karya prapancha Karana Maya to be included in Mithya. Very, very advanced teaching this is. Those who are very keen and sincerely following the scriptures, they love and like this topic. Okay, you have to dwell upon this more and more. Karya Prapancha also you have to include. Mithya, whatever is Karyam is Mithya, so Prapancham is Karyam, you include. Then Maya is also Mithya, it is Karanam. Karanam Maya also you have to include in Mithyatvam. Then only Lakshanam will be completed. What Lakshanam? Whose Lakshanam? Mithyatva Lakshanam. Therefore, whatever is different from Brahman is Mithya. This Lakshanam you have to include in Mithya Lakshanam. This adjective you have to include in Mithya Lakshanam. Whatever is different from Brahman, Brahma Bhinnatvam Mithyatvam. Whatever is different from Brahman is called Mithya. Fine. This is right definition for Mithyatvam. Brahma Bhinnatvam is you have to include Karyam Mithya Brahma Bhinnatve Sati. Brahma Bhinnatvam. Then one more adjective also you can use. Mithya is that Sadasad Vilakshanam. Karyam Mithya Sadasad Vilakshanam. Sadasad Vilakshanam. This adjective also you can include in the definition. Because Maya is Satsad Vilakshanam. It is neither Sat nor Asat. It is different from both. So Maya is included in that. Then third definition, adjective you can use, Brahma Jnana Badhitatvam, Badhyatvam. Mithya is that by Brahma Jnanam it can be negated. Mithya Lakshanam is this. That which can be negated by Brahma Jnanam is called Mithya. That which can be negated by Brahma Jnanam is called Mithya. That which is Sadasad Vilakshanam is Mithya. Karyam and Sadasad Vilakshanam. And Brahma Bhinnatvam. So if you say use these Lakshanams, Maya is included here in Mithya. So we are happy. So Avyapti dosha will go away. Why Swamini all this head breaking, hair splitting discussions means this topic word has come, Ativyapti word has come. Therefore, my Guru has given me this knowledge, therefore I want to share with you. I want to share whatever I have received from Swamiji. That's what. I don't want to leave anything. So, anything that will be negated by Brahma Jnanam is Mithya. This is the definition. What do you mean by Shastram? Means Shastram not just like a cup of coffee drinking, like eating popcorn. No, it is chiseling our mind. You have to be ready. Otherwise, you can go and eat popcorn. For those people who are intellectually agile, the Shastra, especially whatever texts I am taking, Gita Bhashyam, Nishkrima Siddhi, Vichara Sagara, these texts are only for those students who are intellectually agile, alert, not for all. So these are all advanced granthas you have to accept. Now we need a definition for Prama. Okay, all this for what? We are given an Satyam definition, Mithya definition, Ativyapti, Avyapti. This knowledge is required for us to talk about the definition of Prama. Knowledge you say. What do you mean by knowledge? Right knowledge is there, wrong knowledge is there. And remembered knowledge is there, doubtful knowledge is there. Which one I have to take? Therefore, in Shastra, Prama Lakshanam while giving, Jnanam is Prama. It will extend to Brahma also. Now we are getting the point why I discussed all those Ativyapti, Avyapti. If you say Prama is Jnanam, What is the definition of Brahma? Suppose you say, Brahma is Jnanam. My Swamini said, you say, but what I taught later text, have you heard? Brahma is Jnanam. Definition, if you take, it will extend to Brahma Jnanam also. Brahma also. Brahma can be Jnanam also. That's why right knowledge is also right. Wrong knowledge is also right. Wrong knowledge is also knowledge. Right knowledge is also knowledge. Both are knowledge only. So what? Rope snake is also knowledge. Rope is also knowledge. Can you accept both? Rope snake Bhranti Jnanam. Rope is Samyak Jnanam. Brahma Jnanam. You want to accept both. Therefore, Brahma is different from Brahma. Brahma Jnanam is different. According to Tarka Shastra, any cognition is Jnanam. Therefore, you have to add an adjective, Abadhitartha Vishayatvam. Brahma Jnanam is negatable. Rope snake is negatable. That is why Tarka Shastra people, they include Abhadhitartha Jnanam Prama. Otherwise, Brahma will come and Ativyapti will go away. Alakshe Lakshana Gamanam Doshaha will come, Ativyapti comes. Abhadhitarthatve Sati Pramajnanam. Unnegatable knowledge. Bhranti is negatable knowledge. Rope snake is negatable knowledge. Therefore, we have to use Abhadhitarthatvam. Now you understand what is the Abhadhitartham. Why he used Nishaladasa. That is the Abhadhitartham. See, Brahma is an error also, because Brahma is also Jnanam. Brahma is also Jnanam. Rope snake knowledge is knowledge. You negate or not? You have to negate Brahma and Brahma. In Tamil, if you write Papa Baba, so problem. Okay, write in Sanskrit. In English, Brahma or Brahma. So, okay, Brahma, Brahma, both are different. So, you have to use the adjective Abhadhitartha Vishayatvam to exclude Smriti also. Then what you have to do? Then the next we should use exclude the Smriti also. You have to exclude or not. You have to exclude according to first group. Second group is not excluding. Second group is including. So now to exclude the Smriti, what is the definition of Brahma? To exclude the Brahma, what is the definition of Brahma? So you have to see a standpoint. First group, you are second group. You want to include Smriti in the Brahma, or you want to exclude the Smriti from the Brahma. Then Smriti Bhinnatve Sati Abhadhitartha Vishayakam Jnanam Brahma. This is the first group. They want to exclude the Smriti. That is why first group people included the Visheshanam Dalaprayoga. Smriti Bhinnatvam Sati, being different from the Smriti Jnanam, and unnegatable knowledge is called Brahma, right knowledge. Right knowledge is that which is unnegatable and which is different from remembered knowledge. We don't want to accept Smriti as who first group. That is why they gave Lakshanam of Brahma, Smriti Bhinnatve Sati Abhadhitartham Jnanam Praman. But what the second group said, here now look into the paragraph. Okay. Anyetu Smriti Rupa, that is over. Prama Lakshanam over. Bhranti Jnanantu na Abhadhitartha Vishayakam. Bhranti Jnanam. Oh, time is so very fast it is going. Bhranti Jnanam tu. Look into the text. Bhranti Jnanam, deluded knowledge. Delusion means here wrong knowledge, erroneous perception. Tu na Abhadhitartha Vishayakam apitu. Even though it is not Badhitartha Vishayakameva. It is negatable only. It is not unnegatable. It is a double negative used. Na abadhitartha Vishayakam means what? Apito Badhitartha Vishayam. Bhranti knowledge jnanam is negatable. Tasmat Pramalakshanasya na Bhranti jnane ativyaptihi. Therefore, Brahmalakshanam it will not go there. But Smriti jnanam api Prama iti angikartrutve. This I will explain more detailed in the next class. I am thinking just now I have started with 2 minutes before the class, like that I am feeling. Anyhow, wait for next week. Suspense. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.